Hi everyone, welcome back to Aidans Railways. Today we're going to have a look at some narrow gauge 009. Here we are, you've seen them in the thumbnail. This is the beginning of me collecting some from my layout. This is not to be mixed up with the narrow gauge stuff that I made during the full lockdown for Katie's narrow gauge railway on the Skarloey line. These ones are for me. That's not to say I won't let Katie use them, but these are definitely for my layout. So I got them at a decent price. I was drawn in by this one here from AGR Model Railway Shop. So if you want to have a look on there, they were a good price. That's why I got them. So we'll get down to the bench and we can have a look at them close up. Here we are down at the bench again, and these are the narrow gauge rolling stock items that I have actually managed to get a hold of. I actually purchased these a good couple of months ago from AGR Model Railways. There was a reason for this. I was on social media, I think it was Facebook, and they were advertising this one here, which is an exclusive. And I saw it and I liked the look of it straight away. I hadn't long finished building Katie's narrow gauge items for her layout, and I saw it and I thought that looks very nice. I thought I could have that on my layout. It fits in. It's the war department. It fits in with the theme of my rolling stock and things like that I'll be using on my layout. So I had a quick look on there. It wasn't a bad price. It wasn't very much at all. And I happened to notice that both of these Bachmann ones, actually there was a number of other ones, but both these Bachmann War Department narrow gauge items were also reduced. And I thought, wait, if I'm going to be purchasing this, I'll get the other two at the same time. And I've got a nice little bit of rolling stock starting to build up. All three of them are a War Department. So this one here, if I remember rightly, is 009. It's a 009 gauge. It's box van World War I supplies van number 3. We'll get that out in a moment. This one we've got here is the Bachmann D class open bogie wagon War Department grey, and this is the bogie covered goods wagon ambulance War Department grey. So I thought, well, there's a nice little bit. There's a little start anyway to a bit of a 009 collection to go onto my layout. I could have been tempted to purchase more of these, but at the price they were anyway. But it would have involved changing running numbers, and with them being so small, I wasn't up for it. So I thought I'll get these ones. Bachmann are bound to release some further releases similar to these with different running numbers. So just take my time. So we'll take them out. We'll have a look. I think we'll start off with this lovely little one. I often forget just how small 009 is. I mean, bearing in mind I built those kits for Katie and they were tiny. Let's have a look. So there we go. This is the Peco manufacturer on this one, and let's get a good close look at that. I think that is lovely. A little bit of ambulance World War I. And it's very similar to one of the wagons I made for Katie for her little Skarloey railway. It's very similar, in fact, but without all of the aggravation of having to build it and paint it, I suppose. I don't think I would get this finish at the moment. I don't think my skill set is quite there yet. But it's lovely. It's incredibly light. I don't know whether this is something that anyone else has experienced. Would it be advisable to put a bit of weight inside, just a small weight to keep it down? Plastic wheels, I wasn't expecting much. It was an incredible price. Very, very cheap. That's why it drew me in. Not just the delivery, but there we go. And we've got brake pipes. We've got that. I love those little couplings that they have on the 009, and we've got a manual brake here. It's very, very similar to one of the wagons that I made up for Katie, in fact. But there we go. That's the Peco exclusive to AGR. I don't know if there's any more still available because it has been a little while since I actually purchased this, but I'll put that down, move that off, and I'll move on to this Bachmann one. So this is the ambulance bogie covered. So please note the price that is on this box is not what I paid. So now some more familiar packaging that I'm happy with. There we go. And there's probably a few of you out there who've got this one already, but for those of you who haven't, look at that. Now this has actually got quite a bit of weight behind it. This is quite nice. I can feel the weight. Metal wheels as well. And just checking, I don't believe those doors will open, but they do look as if they would, potentially, but I don't think they would in real life. This is a metal base. I've just noticed this is a metal base, and that's where that weight's coming from. And you can see the metal wheels as well. Lovely Bogie action, very smooth. On this side we've got a little door there that would slide open. We've got a manual brake on the bogie. And I'm just having a look and I'm just wondering, oh yes, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The door does open, it does slide open, which leads me to believe, there we go. How's that for functionality? That is wonderful. That is brilliant. So the doors do open, and that is great. Loving it, loving it. So yes, doors closed, doors open. Absolutely loving it, loving it. Lovely little bogies. Looks like a one-piece moulding. They're very smooth. Nice smooth roof. The tooling on this looks really, really nice. Oh, now there we go. I'm going to open that door as much as I can. I'm going to open the other one if it's possible. Really don't want to damage these, but I've just noticed inside, and I really don't know if it's going to pick it out or not, but inside there are stretchers lining it up. See if I can get some extra light in from the top, but there are actually stretchers inside there. Absolutely wonderful. See if this side will pick them up. There we go. I don't know if you can just make that out. There are stretchers there. And there are stretchers there. So there's something I didn't realise. I'll shut those doors up a little bit there. I think I'll leave these ones open and those ones shut. But that's wonderful. So there's a nice little surprise for me there. As I've got that, it's the first time I've opened it. Really loving that, loving it. Let's open this one. So this one obviously a little bit more basic than that one. And what we have here is a open wagon in War Department grey. Now both bogies on this, as similar to the van I've just shown, both bogies on here have a manual brake. There we go, War Department there. You can see inside. And that's actually a bit of film, we'll take that out. There we go, you can see those wood planks now inside. And we got the brakes. Love those little couplings. There's plenty of detail moulded in here. Absolutely plenty of rivets and everything. Absolutely really, really detailed for such a small item. But then I suppose end gauge is getting really, really detailed now as well. So yes, I'm loving that. Nice open wagon. And there is a part of me that's saying to myself right now, why didn't you get more? Where the truth is, it did have a lot to do with the running numbers. I didn't think it would look right if I had loads of the same running number. Maybe I'm being a little finicky, I don't know. But there we go. I have actually got a length of N gauge track here. I'm just curious to see how smooth this will run. And as you can see, that is actually incredibly smooth. Very, very nice, very freewheeling. But will our little World War I ambulance van have the same effect with its plastic wheels? That's not too bad. It is freewheeling. That's not too bad at all. So there we go. We have a nice little train, a nice bit of a rolling stock there, we'll call it. Waiting for me to purchase a locomotive. Now, I did a little bit of research recently. Longmoor again. They did have a narrow gauge railway there, and they did have a narrow gauge locomotive or locomotives. But the one specifically that I've managed to find a lot of information about, no one yet makes him ready to run. You can get the white metal kit, that sort of thing. Does involve cannibalizing quite a lot of other things, so I'm gonna hang off at the moment. I might get a Baldwin, I don't know, for the time being, but there's a part of me that's saying hang fire, see if you can see if someone brings one out, at least very similar. I would love to get a hold of a Turtle, the little armoured World War I petrol locomotive. That would be really nice. I've seen them about. You can get the 3D printed shells off Shapeways. I'm not too sure if anyone has actually manufactured it. There's a part of me that's saying that somebody did, but I might be wrong. But if you do know, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know, because I'd love to get my hands on one of them. But in the meantime, I just thought I would show you some of the rolling stock for my 009 for my layout that I've started to get together now. It's all going to go back in its boxes. I might get it out when Katie has hers running, just to sort of like see them going round. But for the time being, thank you for watching. I hope it's been a little informative. If you've been thinking about getting one and you've seen them up close and personal now on the camera, if you fancy one of these, I don't know if AGR has still got them, but why not have a look on their site, see if they have. If you fancy one, get a hold of it. Also, these were going at quite a very reasonable price, which is hence why I have them now. So don't forget, as always, like, comment and subscribe. If you know of any other War Department rolling stock that is available 009, please let me know in the comments. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon. Bye now.